The leopard is a medium-sized wildcat that is natively found in a variety of different habitats across sub-Saharan Africa and southern Asia. A member of the cat family, the leopard is an agile and opportunistic hunter that has been able to exploit habitats unused by other large felines, as it spends a great deal of its time high in the tree branches. 7 different subspecies of leopard differ in their appearance and geographic location, with the African leopard being the most widespread, and the others being the rare Amur leopard, the Anatolian leopard, the Barbary leopard, the Sinai leopard, the South Arabian leopard, and the Zanzibar leopard. Although the African leopard populations are stable throughout much of their natural range, the story is different for the remaining subspecies that are often isolated and critically at risk. The Zanzibar leopard is actually now thought to be extinct. The leopard is an animal with a long and slender body that is supported by short, stocky legs, and a long tail that is used to aid balance whilst in the trees. Leopards are incredibly strong and muscular animals and can pull themselves up trees using their legs and retractable claws. Like several other large feline species, the leopard can draw its claws into folds of skin on its paws to ensure that they are not blunted whilst the animal is walking about. Their keen hearing and sight, coupled with their long and very sensitive whiskers, mean that leopards are also incredibly well adapted for hunting under the cover of night. Leopards are not only the widest range of all big cats, but are actually one of the most adaptable and are found in a variety of different habitats, commonly found throughout sub-Saharan Africa and southern Asia. There are also small and isolated populations of leopard inhabiting remote geographic locations in the Far East, Northern Africa, and Arabia. The leopard can be found inhabiting numerous different areas, providing that there is a good source of cover and an ample supply of food, including tropical rainforests, tree-lined savanna, barren deserts, and mountain highlands. One of the reasons why they are thought to still be surviving successfully throughout much of their natural range is that leopards have adapted to the growing presence of people and are known to both live and hunt in areas close to urban activity. However, in some parts of their natural range, populations are threatened by the loss of their natural habitats to both deforestation and growing settlements. The leopard is a solitary and nocturnal animal that hunts both on the ground and in the trees. They are excellent climbers and spend the vast majority of the daytime hours resting in the shade of the branches in the trees or under a sheltered rock. They are quite unique amongst large felines, as leopards rely heavily on being able to get close enough to their prey before ambushing it, rather than expelling vast amounts of energy in a high-speed chase. Once caught and killed, the prey is then dragged to safety, either into dense vegetation a couple of 100 meters away, or up a tree trunk and into the branches. Leopards are highly solitary animals that mark their territory using scent markings, and by producing rough, rasping calls that are said to sound like sawing through coarse wood. Home range sizes vary depending on the habitat and the food available, but those of male leopards are significantly larger than those of their female counterparts, which often overlap the ranges of a number of both males and other females, sometimes by up to 40%. The leopard is a silent and opportunistic hunter that only hunts and kills other animals to survive. The leopards primarily hunt medium-sized mammals such as deer and warthogs, which are often ambushed from the branches above or dense vegetation just meters away. The leopard, however, also eats a wide variety of small prey, including birds, reptiles, and rodents, even hunting dung beetles when larger animals are scarce. By eating much smaller and a wider variety of prey, leopards can avoid intense competition for food from other large carnivores like tigers and hyenas, with which they share parts of their natural range. Since the leopard is a stealthy and apex predator throughout its natural environment, generally, the biggest threat to adult leopards is other leopards, along with the occasional lion or tiger that can get close enough. Young leopard cubs, however, are much more vulnerable. and the fact that they have numerous natural predators leads them to remain hidden in dense vegetation for their first couple of months. Although, it is during the times when their mother is off hunting that leopard cubs are most at threat from hyenas, jackals, lions, tigers, snakes, and birds of prey. Despite their adaptability to differing surroundings, leopard populations in part of their natural range are declining due to both habitat loss to the timber industry and agriculture, and hunting by humans as trophies for their meat and fur. As you can see, leopards are great hunters and have amazing qualities. But can they cope in the Amazon rainforest? The Amazon rainforest is one of the most exotic and biologically diverse regions on Earth and is home to the most spectacular Amazon rainforest animals you can imagine. Legendary for the sheer vastness of its size, its 1.4 billion acres of tropical rainforest cover some 40% of the South American continent, making up just over half of the entire planet's remaining tropical rainforest lands. Given its enormity, then, it's no surprise that the Amazon basin itself is home to some of the most diverse flora and fauna on the planet. In fact, there's no other biome in the world as rich in plant and animal life as the Amazon basin. Roughly 1 out of every 10 known animal species can be found in the Amazon rainforest. For birds, that figure rises to 1 out of every 5. Specifically, the Amazon rainforest is home to 427 mammals, 78 reptiles, over 400 amphibians, and some 1,300 birds. The most fascinating part? These are only the species we know. Biologists estimate that we are still yet to discover the vast majority of Amazon rainforest animals that call this utopic wildlife repository home. Recent research even shows that, on average, a new Amazonian species is discovered every 2 days. The leopard might enjoy the fact that there aren't many other predators in South America to compete with it. The bigger problem here would be prey. The type of prey taken by the leopard is wholesale different from the jaguar based on the geography where they are found, although both prefer ungulates. While leopards rarely chase prey, jaguars do so even more rarely. Leopards will catch a kill in trees, while jaguars don't. While leopards kill with a bite to the throat, the jaguar's stronger jaws permit it to kill by sinking its canines into the skull of its prey. Jaguars love swimming and will stalk prey that lives in water, such as crocodilians, as well as large constrictor reptiles. They are generalists supreme, eating just about anything. Many of these jaguar prey items would be unavailable to the leopard. Caimans, anacondas, and fish are off the menu because leopards don't swim, and the first two would also be dangerous. Tapirs and horses are probably too big. This leaves the leopard with very small quantities of the medium-sized prey they would prefer, and a fair amount of smaller prey, which is not really their thing. If a leopard were to be introduced into a jaguar habitat, it would be expected that the leopard would be displaced by the jaguar, since the latter is more adapted to that environment. Size and strength would also work to the jaguar's advantage. It would also be possible for the two species to interbreed, Jaguars or Jaguars. The range of the leopard would be restricted because of a lack of affinity for water. Now that you've heard our opinion, we want to know yours. What do you think would happen if leopards were relocated to the Amazon rainforest? We are waiting for your answers in the comments. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. You can also leave a comment with what you would like to see in the following videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.